Hi everybody and welcome to the DRF Breeding Report. I'm Dan Illman along with Nicole Russo, and this week we're going to talk about a couple of lightly raced Kentucky Derby prospects, a couple of 3-year-olds looking to break the curse of Apollo in Justify and Magnum Moon.
Yeah, both have been so impressive in their short racing careers to date that they have appeared on our colleague Jay Privman and Mike Watchmaker's Derby Watch Top 20, even with those light racing records. And as you said, the Curse of Apollo, neither raced as a 2-year-old. Both very impressive so far, especially Justify, who has made such noise with his debut and subsequent training.
Of course, the Curse of Apollo, no Kentucky Derby winner has won the race since the late 1800s without a race as a 2-year-old. Justify, we're going to look at his career debut only on February the 18th, and he was a universal good thing. Bet down to 1-2 odds, went right to the front. They expected him to run well. I'm not sure they expected him to run a hole in the wind like this. A 1:04 Beyer speed figure for the son of the late stallion Scat Daddy.
Yeah, and Justify going 7 furlongs in the debut, kind of this elongated sprint to distance, and looking at his pedigree and the way he's trained, the way he moves, I really think he can carry that kind of high cruising speed that he's got around 2 turns into at least the middle distances in this next round of preps. Scat Daddy, I think, may be best known for some of his international turf runners. Of course, I'm thinking of horses like Lady Aurelia, No Nay Never, Caravaggio. But he's had a lot of Grade 1 winners on turf at route distances. His best dirt runners to date, horses like Grade 1 winning Juvenile Nickname, Pennsylvania Derby winner Handsome Mike, Sunland Derby winner Daddy Knows Best, multiple graded winner El Kabir, all went what you would consider route distances. And Daddy's little darling, a Grade 1 winner routing on turf, finished second in last year's Kentucky Oaks. And a lot of class, I think, can justify a female family as well.
Yeah, a lot of class, absolutely. The dam was Grade 3 placed, I believe, in the Gardenia, going a mile at Ellis Park. The second dam, Magical Illusion by Pulpit, third in the Grade 1 Coaching Club American Oaks, going a route of ground. The third dam, Voodoo Lily by Baldsky. This one was a really fast horse trained by Wayne Lucas back in the day, a Grade 3 stakes winner going 6 furlongs on the dirt. Justify sold for $500,000 as a Keeneland September yearling, but I agree with you. I think that middle distance is well within Justify's scope. Getting to 1.25 miles on the first Saturday in May, compounded by the lack of experience, that might be just a giant ask, even for this talented a colt.
Yeah, I would like to see what he does in this next round of preps. And, you know, as I mentioned, I really like the way he moves. I've watched video of some of his work since his debut, and just kind of an effortless stride, effortless cruising speed. And, you know, really that might help him outrun the pedigree a little bit. But, yeah, the experience certainly a factor. You know, there's a reason that this, you know, he's trying to do something that hasn't been done in more than a century.
He's trained in Southern California by Bob Baffert. Todd Pletcher has Magnum Moon, who has slightly more experience than Justify. He has started twice. He has won both times. He has already passed the 2-turn test. We're going to watch that race at Tampa Bay Downs. This is an entry-level optional claiming event, not entered for the tag, obviously, at 1.40 miles. And I really like the way this horse came and got the field on the outside comfortably, as a 1-10 favorite should.
Well, definitely. And, you know, he's from what you consider more of a traditional distance pedigree, being by Malibu Moon, of course, a son of AP&D, who already has a Kentucky Derby winner on his resume in Orb. So many other good route Grade 1 winners, many route Grade 1 fillies on his resume. And, Magnum Moon is out of an unraced daughter of Unbridled Song. The late Unbridled Song really emerging as a nice broodmare sire in recent years, with horses like multiple Grade 1 winner Carpe Diem, Breeders' Cup Mile winner Tourist on his resume in that regard. Champion Unique Bella, who earned honors as champion female sprinter, but of course has gone 2 turns so successfully. She's bred on the same cross as Magnum Moon, being by an AP&D line stallion out of an Unbridled Song mare. And man, I look at Magnum Moon's female family, and there's a lot of class, a lot of versatility. Nicole, who was a graded stakes winner, routing on the turf. Graham Hall, winner of the Arkansas Derby. Harmony Lodge, a grade 1 winning dirt sprinter. A lot of other solid turf horses in the family. Definitely, kind of a mixed bag there, but just class, whatever they're doing.
Oh, no doubt about that. A $380,000 Keeneland September yearling. And you mentioned the cross. Malibu Moon nicks very well with Unbridled Song mares. You've got Farrell. You've got Moonshine Memories, 2 top fillies. I think Orb was even out of an unbridled mare. So this is a really intriguing cross. And you mentioned the class in this family. Yes, there is a lot of speed, but you also have a route influence like Graham Hall, who was good enough to win the Arkansas Derby and the Jim Dandy. Magnum Moon does have 2 starts, a little bit of a leg up on Justify. He has the win around 2 turns. We're going to learn a lot more about this horse. Todd Pletcher says the Rebel is next at Oaklawn Park. He'll get the class test, and we'll see if he is ready to progress to the first Saturday in May, and of course that demanding 1.25 mile distance. The Fountain of Youth is coming up this week. I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about concerning the top finishers in that race in next week's DRF Breeding Report. We'll see you then.